He didn't hint. He didn't tease. He didn't play it safe. Let that sink in. Married for years. A father. And those were the words he chose to sing live in front of the entire internet. At first, people thought it was nothing. Just another late-night stream. Another emotional moment. Another unreleased track that fans would overanalyze and forget. But then the clip slowed down. The audio got replayed. And suddenly the internet leaned in a little closer. Because something felt off. The livestream itself was heavy from the very beginning. No flashy setup, no bright lights, no crowd energy. Just Justin sitting in a dark room with his band, looking drained. This didn't feel like a performance, it felt like a confession that accidentally went public. When the song started, fans immediately noticed something strange. This wasn't a throwback. It wasn't an old demo from his teenage years. This was new, current, from his present era, and that detail changed everything. His voice wasn't steady. Each line sounded like it was being dragged out of him. Within minutes, his eyes started to water. His breathing grew uneven. By the second chorus, he was openly crying. Not dramatic stage tears, not performance emotion, just raw, uncomfortable emotion spilling out in real time. That's when the comments exploded. Clips started circulating almost instantly. Fans slowed the audio, replayed the same 2 seconds again and again. Everyone heard something different, and once the internet locks onto a moment, it never lets go. Then people started really listening to the lyrics. My heart can't take it. That doesn't sound like someone who's fine. Lost without you. Lost without who? That single line set off alarms. Then came the questions buried inside the song. Why do I leave? Why do I stay? At that point, fans stopped calling it a song. They started calling it an emotional spiral set to music. And right when the tension was already unbearable, it happened. A soft whisper. A single word. Some swear they heard a name under his breath. Not sung, not emphasized, just barely there. Selena, no confirmation, no denial. Just enough sound for millions of people to believe what they already suspected. And once that name entered the conversation, the entire story shifted. Because that name isn't neutral, it carries history. In the middle of the song, Justin referenced being 18 years old, and anyone who followed pop culture knows exactly what that era represents. Peak fame, peak chaos, peak Justin and Selena. That timeline isn't random, it's loaded. That was the period defined by public fights, sudden breakups, messy reunions, and emotional interviews that never fully explained what went wrong. Old clips resurfaced immediately, especially that Ellen interview from years ago, where Justin admitted that many of his most emotional songs were tied to one person. All roads led back to Selena. When Ellen asked whether they could ever get back together, he didn't shut it down. He said maybe. At the time, people laughed it off. Years passed, he got married. He became a father. He built a new life. And yet here he was, crying on a live stream over the same name. That moment didn't just feel sad, it felt unfinished. For years, Hailey has lived under a shadow she never created. Every red carpet, every interview, every photo she posted, the comments followed the same script. Side-by-side comparisons. Old photos dragged back up, narratives she couldn't escape, and she stayed quiet. She smiled. She showed up. She played the role of the calm wife while millions reminded her of a past she didn't belong to. But this live stream felt different. This wasn't an old song resurfacing. This wasn't fans reaching. This was Justin, in real time, singing about being trapped in a relationship while his wife was elsewhere, celebrating her birthday like nothing was wrong. That crossed a line. Even longtime supporters couldn't ignore it. Then came the moment that shifted everything from speculation to concern. In June, paparazzi spotted Hailey walking through New York twice in one day. Same outfit, same calm expression, but something was missing. No wedding ring, not hidden, not covered. Just gone. That ring is estimated to be worth nearly $500,000, And when someone that famous stops wearing something that visible, people notice immediately. At the same time, Justin was seen everywhere alone. Album parties, celebrity birthdays, industry events, always photographed with friends, never with his wife. Then came the chaos online. Screenshots started circulating on X. Fan pages panicked. Nobody knew what was real. Nobody knew what was hacked. And Justin's response only made things worse. A sunlit selfie, middle finger straight at the camera. No explanation, no reassurance, just attitude. Public opinion shifted fast. People weren't asking if something was wrong anymore. They were asking how long it had been wrong. When you line everything up, the picture becomes hard to ignore. A man publicly crying over his past. A wife stepping out without her ring. Separate appearances. A silent online war playing out in real time. And right in the middle of that instability, the contrast became impossible to miss. While Justin's story felt heavy and unresolved, Selena's looked completely different. She moved on quietly. No noise, no interviews, no commentary. In September, she married Benny Blanco in a soft fairy tale ceremony in Santa Barbara. No circus, no spectacle. Just close friends, family, and a fresh start. 3 months into marriage, she posted a photo that stopped people cold. A candle-lit staircase. Cozy clothes. Benny holding her like the rest of the world didn't exist. Then he posted their wedding photo with a caption that melted the internet. No hidden meanings, no old ghosts, no unresolved history, just peace. The contrast couldn't be sharper. One side stuck in old emotions on a dark live stream, the other walking forward into a new life without looking back. If Justin is still whispering her name on camera, what does that say about his present reality? What does it mean when the past keeps bleeding into the present in front of millions of people? A marriage is supposed to be a place of trust, of safety, of choosing each other every day. But how do you hold on to that when the entire world just heard your partner sing about wanting someone else? This wasn't a slip. This wasn't a rumor taken out of context. This was a moment that peeled the mask back and exposed something raw. It didn't just reveal emotion. It revealed the foundation underneath everything. And once the foundation is questioned, nothing feels stable anymore. Selena isn't coming back. That door is closed. Her life has moved forward into a completely different chapter, which means the weight of all this now falls in one direction. Right onto Hailey's shoulders. Every step she takes will be watched, every post analyzed, every silence turned into a headline. People are waiting to see whether she speaks, ignores it, or finally chooses herself. One live stream turned into a mirror, and what it reflected wasn't polished. It showed cracks. It showed unresolved feelings. It showed a story that never truly ended the way everyone thought it did. Everything we just watched proves how fast a single moment can flip an entire narrative. One late-night song, one whispered name, one crack in a marriage the world thought was solid. Now every move Justin makes is under a microscope. Every silence from Hailey feels louder, and every peaceful post from Selena hits like a reminder that she has already closed this chapter for good. What happens next won't just shape headlines, it will shape how this entire era is remembered. Maybe Justin clears everything up. Maybe Hailey steps forward with her own truth. Or maybe this is only the beginning of a much bigger shift happening behind the scenes. Either way, the tension isn't going anywhere, and the internet is locked in, waiting for the next piece to drop. Because with everything unfolding right now, the next week alone could rewrite this entire timeline.